Page 93, Merry Widow Waltz. 3/4 time, it's a waltz, duh. Right hand, A flat major still. Let's look at this just a little bit. Watch the fingering. In the first measure, the second finger's on that A flat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. I lift up between the phrases. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now, I disagree with the phrasing. I want to adjust that right now while I'm here. In the first line, you see the last 4 measures. You have 2 measure phrases. Make all that, the last 4 measures one phrase. And it carries over to the next line. Make all that one phrase. That should be all one thought. And it happens again elsewhere. Make it one phrase when it does. Then second line, third measure. Now, watch out on the next to the last measure there on the second line. It's not third finger like it was. Now it's second finger. Make all this one phrase. Then you lift up, move your hand. Reach down, lift up. Again, you're going to lift up at the end of the phrase. Got to reach down with your second finger there in the last line, third measure. You don't have to play those last 3 dotted half notes with that finger. You can use 3, 4, 3 if you want, because you're here. You can use the second if that's what you want. It did do it, or you can bring the hand on down and use third. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. Not a lot going on. It's just really pretty. It flows very nicely. It's a left hand staccato, a nice light wrist staccato. Last 2 measures of the first line, you're going to connect the first beat and then staccato. If you don't want to put the thumb on the B flat, go ahead and use second finger. So it's. And go ahead and keep with the wrist staccato. If you're used to doing that, that's fine. What we're doing is we're connecting the first 2 beats to reinforce the first beat of the measure. Sounds technical, don't it? But we want that 1, 2, 3 feel, and we get that with this articulation. 1, 2, 3. And then going on, chords get a little more involved. Wrist staccato. And again, I use second finger on the B flat. You can use thumb if you want to. And now, third line, last 2 measures. You have a D flat F, and then B natural, D natural. Remember, we got 4 flats in this case. And then fourth line. If you don't want to do the 1, 3, you can do a 2, 3. Then in the fourth line, third measure, this chord, a B flat, D flat, F. And then the last measure is a G, D flat, E flat. And you can do this fingering, or if you don't want to put the thumb on that, do that fingering. If you can, do the 5, 1, 2, 1. Otherwise that. Then the last line. The last 4 measures or so, you're here. It's a 4 finger on the F. And then here, come down, there's staccato, so you got time. Just 1. Or you can use second finger there on the, if you don't want to put the thumb on it, you can put second finger on it. And it's staccato. And that's a kicker. Now, when you put the hands together, you got problems because the right hand is all smooth and legato and connected, and the left hand is kind of a combination of staccato and legato. At the beginning, look at this. And then we get contrast, where it starts in the third line, last two measures. This is a contrast, it's different. And then at the end, the last four measures, we're back to this. And at that last note, you have a staccato in the left hand, a legato in the right hand. So after the left hand plays its staccato note, for just a moment, it's still the right hand by itself for the rest of that beat. So it's 1, 2. The right hand comes up on 2. The left hand's done because of the staccato. So now it has a crescendo there at the end and up to forte and then a retard. So use whatever that says mezzo forte. Okay, there's not a lot of difference between sort of loud and loud. You're getting a little bit louder. It starts out medium soft, and you got some crescendos and decrescendos, you know, those hairpins, those arrows. But once you get to know it, you'll start feeling it. So you're going to adjust this dynamics a little bit. So first learn it the way it's written. And then when you can, you're not fighting the notes and all that, you have all that, then you turn it into music. The idea, just make it an emotional experience, but you have to learn it first. So we get through all this mechanical stuff, and then the fun starts. Let's try this out really slowly just to check the notes and all that. I don't think the rhythm will be a problem. There's no eighth notes or nothing going on. 3/4 time will give us 3 counts, and let's play it together slowly. Now I'm going to play both hands about the same, but you make sure you play that right hand louder than the left, because that melody's got to come out. Here. And here. 3. Okay. 1, ready, go. Off.